You crying for real?
Yes, he got me.
Aw, come here. What you want to do? You want to stop it here or you want to keep watching?
Keep watching. Hold on, I need a break.
Aw.
He got me.
We know a lot of you guys want to start your own YouTube channel. It's always been a dream. Maybe you always been thinking about it and you just never had the necessary resources to do that. But listen, you don't need all the top-notch equipment. It's very simple. You can get some cheap products. They're very beginner friendly and they're all from Amazon, so you can get it all from one place. Here's the product that we use specifically. We have a Logitech Webcam. I do have a laptop. We do have studio lights. We have a tripod. We also have a microphone just so our audio can sound really good. We do have an adapter, but that depends on whatever software you use. If you guys are interested in getting any of those products, we listed all the exact products that we use down in the description box. And we are Amazon affiliates, so if you click the link and purchase a product, we will receive a very small commission from it. So if you want to get your channel started easy, cheap, and you want to support us at the same time, we really appreciate that. What's up, folks?
What's up, you guys?
I'm Juan.
I'm Crystal.
So in today's video, we're going to be reacting to what are you doing with your life? The tail end. I don't know if I'm going to learn something or just feel bad at the end of this video, but
I hope I learned something. I don't want to feel bad.
whenever somebody say, what are you doing with your life? I get
like,
because I'm like, what am I?
What am I doing?
I don't know. I'm just trying to live.
Right. I don't know.
I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just a dog trying to get a bone, man. That's, at the end of the day, we just chasing our dreams, man.
We just figuring out as we go,
just
honestly.
No, but we really appreciate you guys, man. Really even allowing us to get this far.
Right.
We hit 4,000. We almost I think we are at 4.1.
Yeah, we're at 4.1.
It's crazy, man. We're growing a lot faster than we thought we would. So we really appreciate you guys.
Thank you. No, like seriously. Like,
because you guys are giving us a lot of motivation to keep going, keep hustling.
Woo!
We're going to be 10 times more consistent. We just going to put it out. But just in case we don't know, we're about to figure out what are you doing with your life. You ready?
I know.
Before we get to the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's free, baby.
Just click about it.
Sorry, to the left. The original look.
Let's get to this video.
Listen, we post often. I'm sure they know what I'm saying. Okay.
Wrapping your mind around your life is pretty hard because you're up to your neck in it.
Right.
It's like trying to understand the ocean while learning how to swim.
Right.
On most days, you're busy just keeping your head above water. So it's not easy to figure out what to do with your life and how to spend your time. There are a million distractions. Your family, friends and romantic partners, boring work, and exciting projects, video games to play, and books to read. And then there's your couch that somebody needs to lie on. It's easy to get lost. So let's take a step back and look at your life from the outside.
It's already hitting me hard, man.
Sheesh.
Get beat real quick.
The average Kurzgesagt viewer is around 25 years old, which is a pretty good time in the life of most people. The insecurities of the teenage years, which is a pretty good time in the life of the average Kurzgesagt viewer is around 25 years old.
25. We 22. Both of us.
Which is a pretty good time in the life of most people. The insecurities of the teenage years have begun to recede. Maybe you find yourself in a job or a long-term relationship. Maybe you've started a family or are working on an advanced degree. Maybe you're not doing any of that and still want to enjoy life, whatever that means to you. Or maybe you feel stuck and don't know where to go yet. About 1 in 20 people watching this video will get to live to 100. Let's assume you are one of the lucky ones, which means you had a total of 5,200 weeks of life at your disposal when you were born. You spent the first 600 weeks of your life being a kid and 400 being a teenager. During this time, you were pretty useless for society, but also free to make your own decisions.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
As a payoff, you were somewhat spared from the consequences and responsibilities of adulthood. Mostly because well-meaning adults protected you by cleaning up your mess and giving you time to find yourself. This time is necessary to make you, at least in theory, a functioning human. Although most people probably don't feel like that after puberty. In any case, by the time you're 20, over 1,000 of your 5,200 weeks have passed. Depending on what you aspire to, at this point you're either working already or have entered further education.
Right.
The amount of fun you can have in this phase of your life varies a lot. If you pick up a trade or need to work to support yourself or others, the serious side of life begins earlier. If you go to university, you get to push back work life a bit longer. In any case, most people start working for real in their 20s at the latest, which begins the productive or potentially grindy or soul-crushing period of your life. People tend to work until the age of 65, which means that you spend at least 2,000 weeks of your life.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, because like because we're entrepreneurs, right? Technically, even if you go that route, the entrepreneur route, you still have to work hard.
Yes.
Like, you just have to work. Only distinction, if you want to be like an entrepreneur, if a lot of you guys are like younger, you want to be an entrepreneur or whatever, you want to start your own business, or maybe you just want to have your own brand, what have you, YouTuber, social media, whatever you want to do.
Anything.
You are still going to have to work hard. The only thing that you're going to be able to get is the freedom to kind of choose when you work hard, right?
Exactly.
That's kind of the beauty of being like an entrepreneur. You can choose your own hours. You don't always have to report to somebody to tell you when you can and can't do something, right?
You manage everything. You manage yourself and literally
But you
yourself.
have to work. The wealthiest people have to work to get there. Now, there's certain people who may be privileged enough or whatever, but I guarantee that's a very small percentage. Most of the world, or at least in the United States, like, you have to just be very consistent. You have to be very intelligent with your decisions. You have to work hard. It don't matter what you want to do. Whether you want to work for someone, work for yourself, you have to.
You gotta put the work in somewhere.
Even if working hard is just coming up with genius ideas, signing things off, doing whatever it is, you have to work hard. So if any of you guys are young, you gotta have a lot of dreams and stuff. Work hard.
And start
no
now.
way around it.
Start soon. You know what I mean?
Start soon.
Start
Yeah,
soon.
man. Don't be so afraid of what people are gonna say
afraid.
about you. Man, don't worry about that, bro. Take it from us. Don't worry about that. Just live your life. You want to do something, go chase it. Go do it, man.
Exactly.
Hey, I ain't mean for this to get that deep. But
It
once he said, "What do you do with your life?" I had to kind of,
You know what I mean? Because we going through it right now.
We're going through it right now. You have to just work hard and be consistent at anything. If you're not consistent, it really hurts your results. You know, a lot of people want to be good, really good at something, and that's good, and that's okay. But if you're also not consistent, it really hurts. The reason I use this example all the time, the reason your favorite basketball player is probably one of the best ones out is because they go to the gym and they consistently work out, they consistently train, they consistently hoop, and so they're good.
Yep.
They learn, they grow, they hustle. So you gotta hustle. It don't matter what you want to do.
It don't matter.
So many people want to be entrepreneurs thinking that it's gonna make their lives easier. You're gonna have to work just as hard if you got a normal job or harder. The goal is just to have more time and money in the future, but you're gonna have to work now.
You gotta work for it. It's not gonna just come to you.
Yeah, you can't just sit on your butt.
Ain't no $1 million idea that's gonna like drop into your lap, like
unless you like hit the lottery or like if somebody else take over, but you still gonna have to work. Even if you have $1 million idea, you have to work to kind of get it to go. You know what I mean? Even investing, all the type of stuff. Like I know a lot of people present that investing as like something that is something like you just put some money away and all of a sudden it just goes crazy and you get rich. You still have to work to maintain the money if you get it, right? And then even if you don't get it and get at a small increment, you're gonna have to research and learn how to optimize that.
Exactly.
It's always something. Even if working is just being a researcher, it's always work. So you have to learn to your own personal health. You have to work out, like work in the kitchen, stuff like that. So you have to really accept that now. Accept the fact that you're going to have to work, but work within the things that you want to do, because if you like doing what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work. It's work at the end of the day, but it doesn't feel like that. So sorry we paused it for so long, but that's just our...
Yep, choose your hard. Because life's hard. You gotta choose your own
life
hard.
Is hard. You choose it. You choose your hard. Yeah, that's pretty much. Life is going to be hard regardless. You're always going to have problems, but let's just...
choose which one you want to attack, basically.
The goal is to have some the least amount of problems as possible. But everybody gonna have problems. Everybody gonna have issues. And then watch how you react to stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a lot of stuff that you can find anywhere else, but this is the stuff that you're gonna learn. This is specifically targeted people maybe our age, younger or older, who just maybe just need to hear that. But,
because we're all living in it right now. Like I feel like we are the best people right now to be asking or to be talking to
about the transition between dependency to like independency. Yeah, like these are all things that we kind of learn and grow and stuff
as we go along. Because like I said earlier, we just trying to figure it out as we go. Yeah, so and we don't know.
Yeah, and you know it's not like we just running in the dark or nothing. Like we know we have plans and stuff like that, but
it's just that you gotta figure out where you want to start.
Really hard.
You gotta figure out where you want to start.
Yeah, you have to work really hard and just go, man. Mm-hmm. Stop waiting on it. Just whatever you want, chase it.
Yep, go for it.
Now, like don't wait anymore. You know what I mean? Start it. And if you want to start a YouTube channel, go ahead and go down in our description box. We're Amazon affiliates, so we make a small commission if you guys click those links and get some stuff. So if you want to support us and start your React channel or YouTube channel, whatever you want to do at the same time, you go down in the description box, click those links, and if you purchase those items, we get a small commission. See, that's just an example of building something, working hard, and trying to, you know, make a little extra money off of here and this and that, the other. That's all it is, man. That's all it is to it. But I'm probably gonna cut some of this out. I may not. I don't know, because I don't want to keep y'all holding up. But if you don't like everything we're saying, you want to get back to the video, just fast forward.
Yeah, and I hope you learn something, you know?
Yeah, man. We learn as we speak.
Something
take something from it, especially if you're younger, man, because I know how frustrating and just upsetting it can be when you just really want something and everybody in the world is kind of telling you what you should and shouldn't do. We're not going to be too specific and tell you what you should and shouldn't do. No. But there's certain principles that you should follow, and if you really want something, anything is possible if you work hard. One of the main reasons why people fail at what they want to do is usually some type of unforeseen thing, which is nothing that you can control, but it's usually because they're just not consistent enough. Yep. It's usually because they didn't work hard enough for it, man. A lot of times that's the case, and that's real. So if you want to be above and beyond, you got to do above and beyond things.
Yep. Take control of your life.
You have to take control of the things that you can control, and don't worry so much about the things that you cannot control.
Is adult work, hopefully in a job that makes you feel good and appreciated, or that makes the world better.
Exactly.
So basically, we just said
that. We just said that. Yeah. Like that's good. That's good. You when you do stuff like that, bro, it don't. I'm telling you, it don't feel like work. Whatever you want to be. Whatever job you want to work, if it's helping people, you enjoy helping people. Yep. Anything you want to do, it does not feel like work. It's work
like
at the end of the day.
You want to be there, right?
Yeah, you want to be there.
You want to wake up and be like, yes, I'm going
enjoy what you're doing. You know,
that's important. That we'll look at work and how you can try to find a satisfying career in another video. This is the main block of life for most people, the time when you might have kids and travel a bit, and climb the career ladder, and build a house, may get divorced and fall in love again. In this phase, you transition from being young to middle-aged to old. Not old, but the young old of your 60s. At 65, you've used up 3,400 of your 5,200 weeks. The last phase of your life begins. If you've managed to acquire enough wealth to retire, in theory, you're now free to do whatever you like for up to 1,800 weeks. But of course, this is not how it works for the majority of you watching this video. 19 out of 20 people will not live to 100. The average lifespan in the US is 79. In Germany, it's 81. In Japan, 84. In Brazil, it's 75. If you die at age 80, which is still not bad, you only have 780 weeks of freedom after you retire. That's roughly as many weeks of freedom as an old person as you spent as a child. Unfortunately, the disease and the tiredness of age trip you up here, because with old age, the human body begins to decline sharply. For example, the vast majority of cancer-related deaths occur in people over 70. If you bet all your fun cards on being free and happy in your retirement, you might be bitterly disappointed. And all of this is still assuming things work out and you even get to grow old. You can drown in a pool at age 7.
Man. Jesus.
It just gets worse.
We giving all this motivation, and he's just keeping it G-real.
Cancer at age 32. Die in a car crash at age 48.
Oh my God.
You can fall from a ladder at age 60. Every day the universe rolls a bunch of dice for every human, and every day someone somewhere on this planet rolls a critical failure and their life ends that day. The older you get, the more dice are rolled for you.
What's up, guys? Robbie here. If you want to learn how to make $1,000...
Jeez, that took a turn. I don't even want to see that kid swimming no more after what he said.
Usually when you swim through the ocean that is your life, you don't think about all of this too much, and that's fine. Life is engaging enough by itself, and the future is this undefined...
You're not supposed to. If you always think about death, you'll just be so depressed. Don't worry about that, man. Hey, we all die at the end of the day, you know.
Weird thing. But thinking about it from time to time is helpful in refocusing on what you want to do and to minimize regrets you will have when you look back. And to remind you that if you don't use your time today, you might not get a chance to use it tomorrow.
Exactly.
Life is complicated,
and
it's hard to make decisions between all the things and people that are important to you.
Take time to smell the roses,
This has become painfully obvious to billions of people during the coronavirus pandemic. If you respected social distancing, so many things that we took for granted were not available anymore. Traveling and public places and eating out and seeing friends and meeting new people. Spending time together became limited and precious. But actually, the time you have with the people you love is already precious. Think of your parents. As a child, you spend basically every day with them. Your time spent together begins to decline as you transition and become a teenager and fight to develop your own identity. But as teenagers, you probably still see them regularly, which changes as you enter your 20s when most people move out for university, for work, or just to be on their own.
I moved out at 19.
I moved out at 21.
If you're making an effort to be with your parents for 2 full weeks each year for the rest of their lives, which covers the main holidays, birthdays, and a bit extra, you still have already spent more than 90% of the time you will ever spend with them, even if they grow pretty old. If they die earlier, or if you see them only a few days each year, this number shrinks even more. So in all likelihood, the vast majority of time you will ever spend with your parents has passed. The same holds true for your siblings or old friends that moved to the other side of the country. You're at the tail end of the time with some of the most important people in your life. One day, you will see them for the last time. And it's actually the same with everything else. The concept of doing something for the last time feels eerie.
Oh my goodness.
Because that just hit me.
Oh my goodness. Oh no. You crying for real?
Yes, it got me.
Aw, come What you want to do? You want to stop it here or you want to keep watching?
Keep watching. Hold on, I need a break.
Aw.
He got me. I'm like, damn.
Because he talking about some real stuff though. He talking about some real stuff. That's real. Sometimes you need people to keep it real with you. Like, you know, don't take life for granted. You know, don't take things for granted. And when he lay it all down like that, that's when they kind of like, dang, you know.
Yeah, because my mom is already older.
Yeah.
Okay.
With everything else. The concept of doing something for the last time feels eerie, like something that you should only experience when you're on death row or extremely old or something like that. But it happens all the time. Is there a hobby you've been lazy about for a long time? Maybe you still have those Warhammer minis that you wanted to paint. Did you always want to revisit that place where you had an amazing time a decade ago? Is there someone you wanted to reach out to for a long time but haven't yet? Or pick up that sport again to meet new friends? Maybe you will never do any of these things again because life gets in the way and at some point it's too late. As the global pandemic begins to wind down, we will all soon be able to be with each other again and do fun things together. It's never a bad time to reach out to a friend or a potential friend and let them know that you're looking forward to hanging out. But no matter when you're watching this, our life is an incredible gift. And there are so many fun, engaging, and fulfilling things to do. And you get to decide what and who matters to you.
Exactly.
But what matters the most is that you actually make decisions from time to time.
I hate it. I hate it. So.
This video was based on and inspired by an article by our friend Tim Urban of Wait But Why.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, man. Woo!
I didn't know it was gonna get to me like that. Why? Dang. Dang.
That was deep, man. And going back to like the work hard thing that we were talking about, it's also work hard to be the best person that you can be, and sometimes that means, you know, being involved, being present, because people be going through stuff, man, especially when you're at a period of time where maybe you're in your early 20s or whatever, and you're not going through nothing. Everything's going well, you're doing good. One of your friends could be going through something, and a lot of people don't voice it, especially with men. I've noticed we don't voice it, especially even to each other, you know. And it's always good to kind of just reach out and call and just say, hey, you don't even have to always try to solve their problem, but just say, hey, man, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Just reach out to people, man. You
That's
never
it.
know.
Because, you know.
They might just need that talk. You just never know.
We both been through some stuff.
Man.
Lost some people, so. And everybody has. Most people have. So it's like you have to just kind of go and just reach out and just make sure people doing good, because you will want them to reach out to you, you know. So have your own back, and also make sure you are present. You don't want to be too distant, you know. Like, man,
just try to show up. You know, just even the smallest things.
Smallest things. Call. Hey, what's
call,
up?
text.
You know, whatever. Yeah. And we're still working on that. Like, just because I'm saying it don't mean I perfected it. You know, I'm still working on that. I gotta.
Perfect, man.
Sometimes I get so caught up in like trying to be consistent with my stuff that I gotta call family and I gotta, you know, the contact and stuff like that. Yeah, you have to factor that in, because that's very important. But that's always self-progression. If you guys don't know, I am an advocate for self-progression. Just try to be the best version of yourself that you can be.
Yeah.
And being present. Yeah, thank you. And being present is a part of that.
Yeah.
It's really, really important to be there. Be present. Especially when you have children. Because there's too many deadbeat parents out here, man. You have to be present.
You gotta be there.
No matter what, you have to be there. Be present. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not the best at it, just be it. And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
At the end of the day, is love regardless. You know, you may not be the best person to talk to when it comes to somebody's problems, but as long as you're talking is all that matters. Because sometimes the gesture, just the thought of thinking that somebody, just the thought that other people will have is like, wow, you know, you actually considered me, is enough to keep somebody from mental breakdowns, harming themselves, or just anything like that, you know. It's crazy.
Just
that
talk,
was
just speak out. Speak up for yourself. Don't be afraid to just
voice
how you feel.
On the other end, don't be afraid to kind of express yourself.
Even the
at the same
things,
time, some people aren't your friends, and that's okay. You know, you don't want to beat yourself up over that. Sometimes people aren't going to treat you right. Some people aren't your friends, and in a good way that I determine that is if you express, you know, something to them and they don't want to listen, they don't want to hear it, they don't respond to it, they don't do whatever. Sometimes you know, like, okay, they're not really concerned with me, you know.
Exactly.
And so that's okay too, but it's a learning lesson. Everything is a step forward, because at the end of the day, we all die. We all die. You can't be worried so much about the things you can't control, because life is short. Like he said, 19 out of 20. I mean, sheesh. Like, I just rounded down to like 70 to 80. It's like, you know, the years and stuff. And sometimes we get so distracted by the things that we don't have or whatever. And it's like, man, you can't worry about that.
And appreciate those who are here with you now.
Yeah, man. That's it. That's all we can say. That's our 22-year-old wisdom. I'm sure we'll get more wise as we get older. It's probably people who are older than us that could give us some wisdom if you could kind of communicate with us. But you know, this is
what we got so far.
This is what we got so far. You know, this is everything that we've collected over our life experiences. We kind of summarize it to those kind of points. And
exactly.
Let's see where it takes us. But there's nothing wrong with changing. There's nothing wrong with having different morals, learning, adapting. You know, be flexible too. Like what's
that's
his name?
That's self-progression. That's maturing.
Yeah, like yourself. You know, be flexible. It's totally fine.
Yeah, it's
to kind of have
okay
that, especially in a relationship. Oh my god, it's too many times when people don't want to change in a relationship because their morality is set of like, no, I'll never change. It's like sometimes you don't even care that much about that habit. Maybe it's okay to compromise sometimes for a relationship because it shows that you're willing to do these certain things for that person. Especially when you care more about what that person thinks than the thing that they want you to change. Some people are so stubborn that it causes problems because it's like, do you really want to be the same person for the rest of your life, or do you want to grow and develop? And that's something that we both had to kind of learn, you know, in our relationship. But that's for another video. We've been talking a lot. I feel like we've been talking more than the video we reacted to. Sheesh. Wow.
But this is good information. Yeah, now I feel like somebody's gonna listen to it and be like, hey, you know what? You're right.
Yeah, man. Comment down below what you guys thought about that. Comment down below your thoughts, man.
I'm glad they made this video, though.
Let's have a combo or something. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's free, baby.
Just click
it. Sorry, won't tell nobody.